So yeah, so we here we are having in this session where we will discuss about React component and then how to bind the data,
Okay.
to the front end. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
So I have taken here one child component with the React. Okay, which
Mm-hmm.
I am first I'm taking like import React from the React. This is
Mm.
the from the node library. This will come.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm.
And this will come from the node library, and we are having here I have started with one export
Mm.
class. I have two components here. In the first component I am taking like update yeah uh, I am taking like update e this dot props dot on update e dot
Mm-hmm.
target.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So yeah, this dot props dot on update e dot uh, target e dot target this dot this is a function I have. This is a
Mm.
arrow function I have. It's just like an what or like this functions are function name and the value. Okay, this dot props it is a properties actually, and
Mm.
on update is the function name. Okay,
Mm.
so what is this e dot target in the sense? It's like an the target value what we are giving in the front end. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
I will show you how it will render. So
Mm.
in this export class, I am having first one is like update function. Other one I have render. In this render method, I am having written parameter which will return this total um, child. I mean this template
Oh,
HTML
okay.
template. Okay,
Mm.
what this template will do? First, I am taking like a child. Child. I mean has header, and also I am giving one input out there. So in this input, I am getting like in type equal to text placeholder is equal to type here.
Mm.
On change means once we are changing, this will call the update function. So it will update according to the value we are entering. Okay. So and also we are going to change the state of that particular field, and that
Mm.
value is like this dot props dot field val. So
Mm-hmm.
what this properties now contain, this input value property now contain whatever the value we are typing actually. Okay, so this total input function, this HTML, it will take the value of whatever
Mm.
you are typing, and it will consider that as a property. Okay,
Okay. Mm.
props means properties. Okay,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
likewise the same way we are going. I have taken one more input type equal to text placeholder equal to type here on change equal to this dot update and data hyphen state other field val and the value equal to this dot props dot other field val. Okay, so this is like the one more field value I am taking. So
Mm.
this one will be there in the other this is the one more input value. Okay, so
Okay.
two input values I have. Whatever I am entering out there, that they will be considered as the properties.
Mm.
And one more component I have now. That component is like uh, I am taking other child, and then value of this other child property. First I am passing the this dot props dot passed val 1 means the first value, and then
Hmm.
passed val 2 means the second value. So
Hmm.
from where I am getting this means I am going to get all the details from the index.js. So this will be like a parent. Now whatever we have saw, it's like they are both are the childs actually. These two are the child components I have
Hmm.
written in one JS file. So I now I want to render those two JS files to the front end. Okay, to the to
Hmm.
one more parent component. So you are having now one parent component. Under that parent component you are going to have two child components. Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Now first the thing is I have taken here import react component from the react,
Hmm.
import render. I am going to render the render DOM actually, and
Hmm.
I am going to import this hello.js. That's how what, and also I am going to
Hmm.
use
Okay.
the two parameters like two components. One is
Hmm.
like child and other one is other child. Okay, this CSS we are not. I think we are given some font family likewise. So this is like a parent component. Okay, so in
Hmm.
this parent component what I am going to do is I have just started one state,
Hmm.
and which is an empty, and on updating the child component, the
Hmm.
state will change. State of the state of what? State of the value, whatever the value we are going to enter, that value will be changed accordingly. So
Hmm.
yeah, this will this whatever the value we are giving here in the child on update, it will go
Hmm.
and call this function, and it will set the state of the value what we are entering in the field. Okay,
Hmm.
this data set state, it's like you are going to enter the value of you are going to enter this field value, this dot state dot field val. This field val is equal to ours. Yeah, it will so it will go and render in this
Okay.
UI here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
That feel
And
well.
yeah, this will go and pass the values to the child component. In the child component we have two field values. One is like other field val and the other one is field val. So
Hmm.
these two field vals, other field val, which is belong to the child, it will go and
Hmm.
put under here. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
and also we are going to bind those parameters to the front end with the flower braces. So
Hmm.
with this with the flower braces only, the two-way binding can happen. Okay, so
Okay.
otherwise
Okay.
it can't showcase in the front end. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah, I
Hmm.
have given one break point here and a break tag here, and then I have given here other child, so which will represent the other component here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which will have this component. So
Okay.
yeah, and I am going to pass passed val 1, passed val 2. Like what are these passed val 1 and passed val 2? They are just properties I have declared there, but the value I am going to pass from the parent component is this dot state dot
Okay.
other other field val, other field val and field val.
Hmm.
Okay, these are the things I am going to. So what I did is I just as you are aware, I am going to start this npm start the program.
Hmm.
So now I am going to get here. uh, sorry, yeah. So initially there won't be. This is the parent. Okay, this is the child. The inputs, if you remember, and this is the other child. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the data you are giving in the child, whatever the data you are giving in the child in this input,
Yeah.
in this input. So this will go and update the current target. This
Mm.
dot process on update,
Mm.
and what it will do, it will go and take the on update function, and it will
Mm.
update the parent component. So
Okay.
I'm going to have here some yeah, name I have given. So
Mm.
it will go and render to the front end top parent. It will render, and also how it is rendering. It is rendering based on the function what we have written over there. So
Mm.
so on update whatever the function, what function is there, it will go and hit this function, and
Mm.
it will take the value of this field val,
Mm.
which is there in the here this
The dates.
field
Yeah.
val, this field value,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
it will render to the front this uh, parent component. Okay.
Mm.
So and likewise it will go and render the same value to the child component. Yeah,
Content.
as
Mm.
pass value one, same field val. So it will go and showcase in the other field also. So likewise I am going to give some other value like term. Term
Mm.
also has been rendered this to the parent component and also other child component.
Okay.
Likewise we can pass a parameter, and also we can bind the values to the one component to in the DOM with the React.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one example of how we can render. Did I told this program earlier or no? Right?
No, no, you have no, no, not yet.
Not yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is how the two-way
This is
binding.
called two-way binding, huh?
Yeah, two-way binding.
Okay.
So if we are not having this one, let us change.
Okay.
It won't be considered as a variable itself. So what is this variable? This variable is said is easy to declare as a global. If you
Mm.
want to go anything, showcase anything in a global way, you should go for the uh, this variable. Okay, where is that Visual Studio? Okay, this is one example, and one more I have to teach you today. That is like um, yeah. One more thing we'll see. Hello, Stella.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here, Krishna. Yeah.
One more thing we will see today, that is like what is a React component, and then which states it will undergo. What is the use of this staging of a component, and yeah. So yeah, see, every earlier like we were having just HTML tags, HTML, and then so we are going to render those HTML to the front end as it is,
Mm.
and what will happen after that? Some, though you are not using the application or something, you are, though you are not using the application, still the HTML tags are still available for the user. Means what does it mean? Means it is available to the RAM, and then it is running in the background all the time.
Mm.
So it's almost like if you are having some 10,000 HTML pages, some 100 HTML pages, still they will be available in the RAM. But once you are stopping the application, though you are
Mm.
stopping the application, it will be in buffer or cache. It will be captured.
Mm.
So yeah, but they this in the React they came up with an life cycle of a component. Component is again, it's a combination of the templates.
Mm.
Yeah, the one second. Yeah, again the component is a combination of the templates like HTML tags, button, or text area, or whatever the design, whatever the design we are choosing. Okay,
Mm.
so
Okay.
here we are going to see what is the life cycle of a component, and what stages it will undergo, and how it will be destroyed. How it will be destroyed means tested in the sense how it won't be available in the cache, which how it
Okay.
won't be available, so that the RAM will be occupying with some other workspaces. So
Mm.
for that purpose, to make a component, I mean coming to the picture, and then and rendering in the UI and doing its own business logic, and which is going to destroy on its own, unmounting from the DOM. So all these details they have clearly have this life cycle. They have embedded in this life cycle events of React. So the very first point is like component will mount. Com- First, it will execute a constructor in any if you take Java or JavaScript or wherever it is, any program,
Mm.
first it will execute the constructor statements. So after the
Mm.
constructor statements, it will go and execute the component will mount. Component will mount is a life cycle hook, and on server side rendering. So if you it is like it's if you component will mount, what it will do, it will go and it will make your component to get ready to going to display on your screen. It's like a
Mhm.
first state of your component. Okay, so that it will first it will to go and take it will make your component ready to render into the DOM. The
Okay.
second stage is like component did mount. In this component did mount, it will go and take the uh, um, network request, and it will initiate the component to render to the UI. So now at this point of state, your component is rendered to the UI. Okay, and one more we have. that is receiving the properties. We call it as component will receive props. So will receive props is like will receive props is like we are going to receive the properties in the third stage. So whatever the properties you are means some parameters you want to pass to the function, I mean to the component, what are the parameters you are going to pass to the component. So those properties and all it will be received at this state. So here I am passing one param like next props. So this next props is like property which I am going to get for this component. Okay, so I am going to set the state of this property over here. I can able to update the state at the will receive props function. Okay, at this state I am if I want to change any state of the property of the component, I should choose like will receive props is the best place to set the state. Okay, so one more next method is component will update. Component will update when it will happen after receiving the properties. Your component will understand that there is some state change has happened, and it will update the and it will update the that respective change to the front end. That's the component will update. It will make just initially it will make ready, and in the did update state it will enter the it will it will render the total change to the front end. Either that support this did update. Here we are having previous properties in previous state. In this previous property, it will render the whatever we are passing here properties, and here it's like previous state, and whatever the properties. I will show you this one in the UI so that it will be more clear. Start this. Start. See, at very initial point, you are finding properties one, and once the component is rendered, it is changed to the properties two. I will show you that one now. Yeah.
Now you can see here like property 1 is there, then it has changed to the property 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is like we are in this we are having first in at very initial point of time we are having this one state name. We are going to get to the for the first time the state name is like property 1, and next time it has become a property
Okay.
2. At what time means I am going to set for the 1000 means 1 second. So I am going to
Okay.
set it for 3 seconds. It will be more and it will elapse more.
Uh-huh.
And here also I am going to see like what is like state name and other one what is from state name start. This is like here this one start editing and the state name and state. And so both will be in the same states actually. And I am going to pass this name value from here. I am set the state name from here. And one more is like here we are having React rendering. I'm going to render the state name, which is like which is returning the uh, name property from the property 1 to the property 2. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I just want to see what is the uh, method or what is the cycle it is following.
Mm.
So let me see like the first one. First one is like component will unmount. So where is
Mm.
this component will unmount is there? So it's there here.
Mm.
Here is in the first one, and
Mm.
the second one is like component. I'm going to render the property.
Proper. Mm.
Yeah, the property is nothing but this one. This one component first it is ready for the component. So once it went for the component, it should undergo the did mount state.
Mm.
Once it undergo the did mount state, then it will render to the front end. After
Okay. Mm.
after this did mount state, it is rendered to the front end. But it should
Mm.
once it is receiving the properties, if so the at very first time what it will be there, it will be like property 1 and
Yeah.
prop 1. So
Mm.
once it is receiving the next property as an prop 2, it will go and update these properties, and it will undergo the component will update state. In this will
Mm.
update state, it will just get the second property value, and it
Mm.
will update to the front end from property prop 1 to the prop 2.
Mm.
That's how it's like here.
This is the life cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, this is life cycle. So here I am previous state and previous props I have given.
Mm.
But once the current state and the current state, I mean the current state name, whatever the property 2, right? That one we have set it after some 3 seconds of time. It should convert to the prop 2, right?
Mm.
So this
Yeah.
one we are going to see to the front end.
Okay.
uh, Change the site.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah,
3 seconds.
yeah, it will take 3 seconds of time. After the 3 second of time, it will update the component with prop 2.
Mm.
Same we render, and yeah, the same state name, value, and the name of the name both are mentioned here. This is one of the example of how the component will mount or did mount and will receive props, and how it will change the state, and yeah, how it will unmount.
In the
Un-
status.
yeah, yeah, how it will unmount, or how it will update, and how it will did update. Yeah, this states that it will undergo, and it will render to the front end. That's how the life cycle methods have. Do you have any doubts here?
No, I think I'm good. I just have to go through this again and then
Yeah, you can
finish
have.
everything.
Yeah, you can have. I will send you these files. Just go
Yeah.
through that and then practice
Yeah.
it.
Can you also send me the other files which I asked before? Before.
Yeah, I will.